Hey, this little girl, this baby, was abandoned by the mother, a student of College of Education, Akwanga. I made a video about this last week. I think people thought that it wasn't real because I animated some part of the video because I didn't get enough information to make it. But now, social media is on fire. People are making so many comments, but the reason why I am making this video is that I discovered that the people commenting on this video that are from the same location where this incident happened, it seems that there is a knowledge gap in the reason why this kind of thing could happen. Well, I would like to share, just hang on with me there. I would like to share the comments people are making on social media, and I'll just be looking at my screen while I make this video. So the first comment I am just looking at here is a comment by the name Yakubu Gloria. So Yakubu Gloria said, "Make them help me find the Papa." This is Gloria Salman saying, "Make them help me find the Papa." That means help me find the father. I want to check something. Meanwhile, that lady should be helped. So the lady needs to go to therapy. Well, Gloria, I guess you're not entirely, sort of like you're not out of point on this because, well, this is not just ordinary. This is not a child in high school. This is a woman we're talking about here that just carried this baby for 9 months, right, and abandoned this child. So she actually needs to go through some sort of therapy. So I agree with you entirely. Then the next comment was by Joseph. I don't know. Let me forget about it. Now, this other comment I will be talking about is by Emmanuel Audu. Emmanuel said she should be taken to the prison and the baby should be handed over to the government. Emmanuel, that is God though. How would you say a lady that's already going through a lot of psychological situations and lots of things are going on here? I think the worst thing, I think the least thing to say is to take this girl to the prison because she didn't commit any crime. This is there's so many factors that could lead to this. I think this lady deserves some level of empathy, Emmanuel. But anyway, that's your thoughts. Now I am going to the next comment. Let me see. Okay. Now I am looking at Clement. Clement said, there's so many things here, but guys, I can't go through everything. So Clement said, how can the media say it is as a result of economic hardship? I don't believe this could be the reason. It was an intentional act. Let's not find reasons to defend evil. Hey, Clement, I don't understand what you mean by intentional act. Like, trust me, it does not make sense because like someone in their right state of mind, there's so many things they could do. Like you could even give birth to your child and take that child to the motherless baby. You can even give birth to your child, plead for someone to come and adopt your child. You can even, there's so many things you could do. Like this lady in question, Clement, is not in the right state of mind. There's a lot going on here for a woman to give birth, and I'll come to that. If you stay to the end of the video, I would break down the possible reasons that could lead to this lady abandoning the child on the roadside. And this is not this girl is above 18, so she's a woman, right? Anyway, that's your thoughts. Now let me also so many things. Okay. Well, Sunday Akwashi, unfortunate and unreasonable girl. Please do post the lady picture who was in the act. What was he trying to say? Anyway, Mr. Sunday here is just saying that the mother of this baby is unreasonable, right? That the picture should be posted. Well, Sunday, what do you want to do with the picture? This lady is in the police station right now. You might see we have some sort of animation that looks like her, but I don't think the best thing in the best interest would be to publicize this lady because she's going through a lot. I think she needs to be checked, like someone says in a comment. Let me go to another comment. Okay. Let me see. There's so many things here. People are saying, okay. Okay, someone said, no, I don't need to go through it. Anthony Deson says, we thank God for rescuing the baby. If no be small thing, it don't be small thing, guys. This is pidgin English, so so yeah. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for actually, thinking of this in this direction, because this is actually a testimony, I can tell you, for free. So another person said here, this is Troy Atta. So Troy Atta says, Ogaboni Troy Atta says, this baby's face is telling the mother, no way, we die here. When you do, they do. When you do, they do. No. But make them check this baby well, health wise. Anyway, Ogabani, Troy Atta is sort of making a joke here, but actually, yeah, the baby needs to be checked for real. Well, anyway, let's go to the next one. I'm just rushing quickly. There's a lot here to chew. Amos Dauda said, I need the baby, please. I will Christian her favor, for God has favored me with a baby girl. I don't know what he's trying to say here, but it's not clear. Anyway, let me check and see. Guys, I'm just going through the comments that people have made, and I'm just sort of, just to let you know, social media was on fire. There's a lot of more than 3,000 comments here, but I'll just fly through some of those comments just to point out a few things. I need to buttress on here. My battery is low. Francex Jasmine saying, when she finally gets married and no child, she will make her innocent husband to start spending millions, moving from one hospital to another, going to prayer houses, churches, crusade, revival, visiting all sorts of doctors, both medical and native, looking for a child. God will punish some people, I swear. Hey, guys, did you hear that? God, Jasmine is really raging. From sex, Jasmine is really raging. No, not like that, my dear. There's an issue going on here. This is not. I don't think someone in the right frame of mind would drop a baby. Trust me. The bonding only, the 9 months journey. It's too much to just dump it. This is my opinion, right? So, and a lot of women, I'm not a woman, but so many women will bear witness to the fact that you just can't even stand, you don't mind the bonding in the process of the pregnancy. So this is too much. But I think Francis Jasmine was very, very, I think, emotional and very harsh there. So on the baby mama of the child that was abandoned. Anyway, let me go through another one. Okay, so this guy called Edgar Enoch says, condom for solve this issue since. Well, you're right, Edgar, you're right. And this is one part of education I think people don't like to talk about, pretending that they all know all, because well, the best thing is to abstain. But if you decide to go there, you gotta make sure you're protected, over these things. But on top of that, I think the best thing is just avoid every drama that will cause this kind of situation. Anyway, this is from Edgar. And Joy Laura Abba says, the baby is like, my name is Chucky. I'm going to be your friend right to the end. The girl never see anything. Well, yeah, this is some people are making a whole fun of and joke of it. Well, this is one thing about my people. We like to laugh over things. Well, someone said Alice Okewu Oluwa Femi said this child has come to stay. See as one eye open. Na miracle Pikino. This is second degree murder case. Yeah, I understand, but before we start going to the murder case aspect, the person in question is not well. Like, this is not normal. So there's so many other factors that have to be looked into here to understand the details of this situation. I think the police is still on investigation right now to find out a lot of things, to even know whether this girl is mentally okay to parent a child, because that is the situation here. Someone said, I think someone didn't, the name is an Islamic name. It says this lady was caught and arrested today, and I was at the station at the time. The DPO said they won't hand over the child to her until further investigations is conducted. I said it, and they say as they want to ensure she's okay. I genuinely feel sorry for her, as I can only imagine the kind of struggles she must have faced that led her to abandoning her child. You see the point? Someone is thinking like I expect. Nevertheless, it is clear that her action wasn't justified, and that's clear. And that's absolutely right. Her action is not justified. Nobody said that what she did is good, but the fact is that is an underlying problem that led to this, right? So, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, whoever you are. I didn't write your name there. I don't know. So this is Dalami Akwaje. It says, when you were visiting him, you didn't know about the hardship. It's now that you know. Okay. Dalami Akwaje is really very judgmental here. I wouldn't say much, but hey, bro, you too, you're a suspect too, because you wouldn't swear that you have not, some other person speaking. If you swear on this social media, you go pew. Well, that's by the way, because a lot of people, this is social media, anybody can say what they want to say, nobody cares, after all, she's the scapegoat, she's the victim, so well, people can say what they want to say, but it's unfortunate. Victoria Jung, to tell you the kind medicine way this girl don't take to remove this baby, but the baby say no, lie, kawaii, no lie, kawaii, lie, kawaii. So well, Victoria, we don't possibly know. I think you're making an assumption there, because doing this kind of thing is not a new thing. However, for a mother, that's my own point, to carry a baby 9 full months and deliver the child and abandon the child outside in the bush side, not just in the house, it's more than that. It's more than Queen Daniel Esther said, some of my gender get mine though. See Pikin, where married men and women they look for. How many years of their marriage? You still get mine, done this beautiful baby for bush. Chai. Anyway, when it's unfortunate. A lot of married couple doing fertility tests, going through treatments of that cost millions of naira, pounds, dollars, whatever. With someone, you see, that's life for you. Well, it's what it is. Yeah, I think there's so much. I can go through all the things, but guys, the main reason for this video is to point out a few things like possible reasons why this could happen, and this is what I wanted to point out, because when I read through the comments people were making, some of them didn't just make sense. It kind of shows that, well, they don't really understand what's going on. So from what I've researched, possible reasons why a mother could abandon the child could be: 1, postpartum depression or some sort of mental health, right? When a mother is just overwhelmed emotionally, struggling, to deal with how did this come to be, that I have a baby now, I just gave birth to a child with so many things. So and this kind of situation could cloud the mother's judgment. So postpartum depression is, I think 99% of mothers are post-pregnancy, they experience this sort of depression, and it's a kind of mental health, and it goes away after a while. But yeah, that could be one of the reasons why this could happen. Now, second one could be denial. It's called denial of pregnancy. So it's a case whereby a young woman, suppress or like, no, 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 I'm not pregnant. I am not pregnant. I've seen it somewhere. I'm not pregnant. They still telling me, no, 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 I'm not. This is not pregnancy. So they are in a state of denial. So this could be also a reason why, because they are not prepared to cope up with having a child. So they are in constant denial. That could be a problem too, and it's a psychological kind of problem, right? Another thing could be fear of shame or rejection, which is the society we belong to is a society that is a conservative society, where religion, so many things, people still stigmatize ladies having pregnancy out of marriage. I mean, people don't really care these days, but in a very, very, like you can see in the northern side, like it's very conservative, and we don't even know where this girl is coming from and the situations behind it. So fear of shame or rejection can really be the reason why someone could act like this. Now the other one could be lack of emotional maturity. Well, this thing they call emotional maturity is big time. Is big time because for a young woman who is not prepared to become a mother, does not even have the capacity to raise a child, this could be a big issue. And all these four things I counted now is categorized under personal or psychological factors that could lead to a mother abandoning the child. Now, there's another part which is the social and cultural pressure that can also make a mother abandon the child, which is like stigma from family, community, relationship breakdown, abandonment. So like the father of the child abandoned the mother, and she can't just deal with the whole issue. Like it's too much. Guys, for people that have children, like it's too much. When you have a baby and you're not very prepared of the unexpected, like it can be overwhelming, it can be too much. Now, cultural restrictions. So in some tradition, pregnancy from certain circumstance, is a disgrace, right? So and some people still have that mentality. Some people don't care. They can't really care because this is 21st century, but some people that don't just can be bothered. But other people, it's a big, big, big no for them. Like, I don't know, but it's too much. Now, this is also the part some people have said or spoken about this in the comment section. They say, well, economy, because in developed nations, come on, man, come on. Like, if you have a baby, you'll be carried like an egg. You see this girl, if she was in Australia, US, in UK, mention them, all this very advanced developed, immediately she's getting a brand new house. She's getting different charities will be going forth and back on her to support her. In fact, her parents will even, because if her parents don't get involved, it will be shame on them. Her parents will even get involved too. But in a country like my country, Nigeria, where there is extreme poverty, well, inability to afford food, shelter, and healthcare for children, could really be a frustrating thing for the parents. In this case, so lack of social support, the government is not supporting in any way, no need provided. Then pressure from school or career. You can see somebody, I think one of the comments, a person I guess should be a teacher and that college of education, made a very, very silly statement, which was very disgraceful. If he was a lecturer in school, what's the point saying, we didn't teach her how to do this? Not a child, this is a woman, for crying out loud. I don't think that this man knows anything about mental health, right? So the way he was saying it, trying to say, no, we didn't teach them how to do this in school, so he too is a suspect. Things like this, because we know in schools, Nigerian schools, a lot of things happen. Women suffer a lot, go through it so much in the hand of the teachers. For very places, institutions that are not checked. I went through Nigerian institutions, so I know what's up. I know what I'm talking about. Ladies go through a lot, and nobody actually cares, except for people that actually know who the right person to meet is, and they can make case out of it. But the fact is that, I'm not saying this has a connection with the university, but what I'm saying is, like, I feel like it's embarrassing for the staff of this college to even comment on this social media on this kind of situation. It's really not acceptable at all. Pressure from school, career, something like I said it before. Now there are other things that could be the reason why this could happen. Unplanned and unwanted pregnancy, which is always the case. Pregnancy from abuse, this is also a big one. Cases where child is conceived through assault or exploitation and things like that. It's the mother cannot hold. Whenever she looks at the child, she just remembers the horror that happened to her. So nobody have asked that question, and this is when everybody's busy saying, when he or she was going to a man. Who told you? You speaking on social media that it's only when a woman goes to a woman's house and knock and go there. There are so many ways these things happen, right? So I believe when people don't know actually the right thing to say, it's better to just say, it's a shame or it's a pity that this happened. Like just or don't even say anything. than just coming on social media to just say things. So I guess, well, that's all for me. Well, there's another one called crisis. I say crisis decision under stress. So immediate panic after birth, leading to impulsive abandonment. So yeah, this is also a case of impulsive abandonment where a mother could just like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. She just goes like, she just want to get it off, like she don't want to see the child anymore. And so I guess this last bit where I'm talking about, you know, a child, a pregnancy from abuse, and also a crisis decision under stress. Now, it's also a very critical factor, and I guess most of the NGOs, all these NGOs in Nigeria making noise for women and things like that. This is the time to act. And like I heard, there's been a frequent case of women from that area abandoning their child, not in the same place. So I guess some sort of investigation should be done. People should begin to look into our women, support them, help them go through this kind of stress and difficulty. Well, that's all from me now. I just wanted to share these comments with you guys, and hope also share my thoughts on what could be the possible reasons why this girl did this, and also to let people judging her directly. It could be any of those things people are saying, but the fact is that we don't actually know. But we also have to understand that there are things that could lead to this kind of things happening. Anyway, that's all from me. Anyway, what do I know? Anyway, stay tuned, and thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.